The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
I feel like more so we do have our own little sector of feminism. I think it might have been Bell Hooks that describes black feminism as either lavender or purple feminism. And I think it's kind of like feminism on fire in a way, just because of all of the aspects that go into it. You know, when you're a black feminist, you're dealing with, you're dealing with a lot more than white feminists. Yes. Every day. I mean, I always describe us as a double minority. I mean, of course, that comes with just being black and then being a woman already. And people already, as though they might not say it, feel that women are inferior to men already. So that's already a hard enough thing to deal with the racial prejudice that comes along with just being black. And then, you know, being black and being a woman means automatically that you either have an attitude, or you're a single mother, or you live on some type of welfare, you get affirmative action, you know, things like that. And so, as much as, I mean, we're now in a day where it's like people don't say it, but it's easily, you can see it, it's a pattern. You know, 1953 was a different time than 2016 in concerns to just how black people are treated in general. I mean, you know, Tyler Perry makes great movies, but those movies are, you know, stereotypical. They host the typical scenes that may go on in either a black suburban family, or you know, a family that may come from a poorer half of society. Black producers also enforce that stereotype just as well as, you know, white producers won't allow the cast to be diversified. Underrepresented, I can't even think of that being like me on this side of the camera. When I say underrepresented, when I think about saying black females are underrepresented, I feel like I'm thinking about black females being underrepresented in concerns to being the ones who are controlling what the media releases. When it comes to the media, they focus a lot on black males and at a negative angle. I think about the diversity of the newsroom and how vital that is and how important that is. A lot of black people don't trust the media these days, and a lot of them don't credit the media because they, you know, we see all these bad things. And, you know, just me sitting here and getting my degree and, you know, thinking of all the naysayers and people that are like, you know, you're just gonna go and be a part of the media and, you know, end up being some type of pariah to my community because, you know, I'm a part of them, like the media that they don't trust. Everything counts. Everything counts when you're in there, especially being, you know, a man or a woman of color, specifically when it comes to somebody writing something that may not necessarily be true or could be phrased differently. Like fighting is a strong word to use for someone who, you know, in no way physically harmed another person, and that puts an image in so many people's heads. I mean, you know, you could see why black people are upset with the media. I feel like the biggest difference that black people, whether they're on this side of the camera or on the other side of the camera, is, you know, making changes such as, are you sure do you want to write that? Are you sure that's how you want to phrase that? Or, no, I don't think you should have phrased that way because this is how, you know, it's a cultural thing, as into like, you know, whether they went and did an interview with somebody and they said something that they didn't completely understand, and you have to explain to your non-black coworker, this is what they meant by that. So later on in your story, when you are somehow making a reference to what they said, you won't come up with some kind of, you know, something that is completely not what they were talking about. I feel like, you know, black feminism, in a way, it's not looked at as an outcast society. I feel like it's embraced, and I feel like it's something to be proud of, and I feel like, you know, a lot of people are proud of it. I feel like a lot of people want to be black feminists, even if they're not black, you know. They're like, you know, to be a black girl today is a magical thing, and to be a black woman is a magical thing. It's envied almost, and I wouldn't wish my life to be anything else. The struggle is beautiful, and you know, it adds so much to society and the stories that we tell. As hard of a time as it's always been for black people, it's always been the greatest time.